We have just found exactly what I was looking for today, but a fabulous fruiting. I didn't expect to find it this good. This is beefsteak fungus, very much in season now, and it's growing on a oak host, which is their usual host. Latin name is Fistulina hepatica. This one is slightly older. These ones are lovely and fresh. And let me show you why they call this vegan wagyu. Oh, lovely and tender. There's a little bit of a clue on the top here why they call it vegan wagyu. It's almost like blood coming out from there. Gosh, this one at the bottom is ever so tender. It's almost like jelly on the top. So I've lifted off the top one. Nice hefty boy this is. And this membrane here was attached to the bottom one. It's come away when I've lifted it off. And I've sliced this away, so this should come off easier now. There we go. Actually, there's another two here, a little one. Look at that wobbly, gooey jelly on top. And you can see how it looks very much like flesh. And I'm going to slice into this, and hopefully you're going to see how it has the most fabulous wagyu marbling inside. Look at that, like A1 wagyu. So the best way of eating it is either carpaccio, drizzling it in some olive oil with some lemon juice on top. What I'm going to do, because there's such a lovely amount of bounty here, is I'm going to make a vegan jerky. Yum! What a great find! Very much in season right now, so get out and keep an eye out around the bases and sides of your oak trees. So now I'm home and I'm going to start prepping this beautiful beefsteak. You can see a little bit better now why the other name for it is ox tongue. Looks so uncannily like beef. I wouldn't normally wash mushrooms because I like sponges, they absorb water, but these are going to sit in a marinade for the jerky, so it doesn't do any harm. So I'm going to get these sliced and into a dish with the marinade. It slices like butter. You can really see that beautiful marbling coming through when it's sliced. Perfection. These are ultimate freshness in the peak condition. I've just made myself a little carpaccio taster while I get the marinade ready for the jerky. We've got some fresh basil and oregano picked from the garden with capers, lemon juice, olive oil and rock salt. Yum! Wow, that carpaccio was the best thing I've eaten in a long time. But back to the marinade. It's based with soy sauce. I've added a bit of extra salt, chipotle, smoked paprika, cumin, some sake, some Worcestershire sauce, some rice wine vinegar, light soy, dark soy, and a touch of sesame oil, and some finely chopped garlic. And that is now ready for me to pour over my gorgeous beefsteak. This is going to taste sensational. I'm going to keep tossing it and turning it so that it all gets evenly covered, and I'll refrigerate it overnight and I'll dehydrate it tomorrow. Cannot wait. And here we are 21 hours later. You can see the pieces have slightly shrunk in size. That's due to the salt content of the soy. These look perfect. Let's get them in the dehydrator. Bit of a messy job, but that's okay, it's worth it. So now all the beefsteak fungus is laid out on these dehydration trays. I'm going to start it off real low and slow at about 45 degrees and just keep an eye on it, because obviously they were full of moisture when they were gathered and they've been soaking overnight. So I'm going to keep checking on them every couple of hours. We're looking to dehydrate them, not cook them. So we're doing them very low and slow, and I've got no idea how long it's going to take, because it's going to totally depend on the moisture content that they had when they were fresh and that they have now. And we're just looking for them to be dry but flexible. There was just a little bit that I couldn't fit in the dehydrator, And these are some lovely field mushrooms that I picked yesterday on my way back from the woods when I found the beefsteak. So I'm going to fry them up with some scrambled eggs and have a nice Sunday brunch. Frying up nicely. It's going to be delicious. Breakfast of champignon. Perfect little medley with some nice scrambled eggs and toast. Yum! And finally, after 2 days in the dehydrator at 50 degrees, it's done and you can still see that beautiful marbling. It tastes smoky, earthy, a little bit spicy, very mushroomy and umami, a bit salty, really, really delicious, and the texture is scrumptious. And it's not a bad little stash that I've got here. From all the fruiting bodies that were on that tree, which I think in the end were 5 or 6, I took 3 or 4 and left 2 or 3. So it's a pretty good bounty from one little fruiting. It looks so beautiful. Really happy with this, and 10 out of 10 would do again. However, the carpaccio stole the show. That was my favourite element that I made with it.